the Mediterranean Games are multi-sport games held every 4 years, between nations around or very close to the Mediterranean Sea, where Europe, Africa and Asia meet. The Games are under the auspices of the International Committee of Mediterranean Games. History: the idea was proposed at the 1948 Summer Olympics by Mohammad Tayyip Pasha, chairman of the Egyptian Olympic Committee and vice president of the International Olympic Committee, assisted by the Greek member of the IOC Ioannis Katsis. In 1949 an unofficial event was held in Istanbul, Turkey, but the first official Mediterranean Games were held in Egypt in 1951. The Games were inaugurated on October 1951, in Alexandria, Egypt, in honor of Mohammad Tayyip Pasha, with contests being held in 13 sports along with the participation of 734 athletes from 10 countries. In 1955, in Barcelona, during the two Games, the setup was decided of a supervisory and controlling body for the Games, a kind of executive committee. The decisions were finally materialized on June 16, 1961, and the said body was named, upon a Greek notion, ICMG. The first 11 Games took place always 1 year preceding the Summer Olympic Games. However, from 1993 on, they were held a year following the Olympic Games. This transition meant that the only time the Mediterranean Games were not held 4 years after the previous Games was in 1993, when Languedoc-Roussillon in France hosted the Games just 2 years after Athens. Description: the Mediterranean Games, in terms of the preparation and composition of the national delegation, are held under the auspices of the International Olympic Committee and the Hellenic Olympic Committee. However, their establishment too must be credited to the HOC, for it held a leading part in their being founded despite all difficulties. Athens is the permanent seat of the ICMG and the Committee Euro Unregistered Trademark S General Secretary is Greek. This comes as a further tribute to Greece, highlighting its leading role with regard to the function and strengthening of the institution. Except that Greece bailed out of his 2013 Mediterranean Games commitment when the two cities of Volos and Larissa were supposed to host the 2013 edition of the Games. But because of Greece's financial troubles, they had to give that up and the 2013 honours went instead to Turkey, with the city of Mersin rescuing the 2013 edition of the Games instead. The logo of the Games, also referred to as the Mediterranean Olympics, is composed of 3 white rings symbolically representing Africa, Asia, and Europe, the 3 continents that border the Mediterranean Sea. This logo has been used since the Split Games in 1979, for which it was devised and afterwards accepted for the whole Games. During the closing ceremony, the flag of the Games is transferred to the country of the city chosen for the organization of the next Mediterranean Games. Participating countries. At present, 24 countries participate in the Games: Africa, Algeria, Egypt, Libya, Morocco and Tunisia; Asia, Lebanon and Syria; Europe, Albania, Andorra, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Cyprus, France, Greece, Italy, Macedonia, Malta, Monaco, Montenegro, San Marino, Serbia, Slovenia, Spain and Turkey. Kosovo was accepted as a member of the International Committee of Mediterranean Games in October 2015 and is expected to participate for the first time in the 2017 Mediterranean Games in Spain. Of all the national Olympic committees within the Olympic movement bordering the Mediterranean Sea, only the Israeli is not permitted to participate. Alan Gutman in the Games Must Go On argued that Israel's exclusion is both anti-Semitic and politically motivated due to antagonism towards Israel by the participating Arab nations. The IOC's Avery Brundage was not supportive of Israel's desire to compete, saying, "I cannot understand why anyone wants to go where he is not wanted." The International Amateur Athletics Federation pushed the issue at the 1959 Mediterranean Games in Beirut by refusing to grant permission to hold an athletics competition unless Israel were allowed to compete. Lebanese Games organizer Gabriel Gemayel conceded to this, but sidestepped the ruling by holding a parallel Lebanese Games comprising athletics events between the present nations alongside the official Mediterranean Games competitions. There are countries not bordering the Mediterranean Sea which nonetheless participate: Andorra, San Marino, Serbia and Macedonia. The Hellenic Olympic Committee has suggested that 9 more countries that do not satisfy geographic criteria to be allowed to participate, such as Bulgaria, Portugal and some Arab countries. Flag. The symbol of the Mediterranean Games consists of 3 rings representing Asia, Africa and Europe, the 3 continents involved in this competition. The rings dissolve in a wavy line in their lower part, as if they were immersed in the Mediterranean Sea. During the closing ceremony, the flag is transferred to the country of the city chosen to host the next Mediterranean Games. Host cities. No inland city has ever hosted the Games. All but one of the host cities to date have been situated on the Mediterranean coast. Mediterranean Beach Games. The International Mediterranean Games Committee held a meeting on October 20, 2012 in Mersin, Turkey, and decided to organize the Mediterranean Beach Games every 4 years starting from 2015. The Games consist only water sports and beach sports, which aim at bringing together young athletes of the Mediterranean area, giving them the opportunity to participate in sport events. Pescara was awarded the rights to host the first edition of the Mediterranean Beach Games from August 28 to September 6. The sports included in the program of the first Mediterranean Beach Games are the following: aquathlon, beach handball, beach soccer, beach tennis, beach volley, beach wrestling, fin swimming, canoe ocean racing, open water swimming, rowing beach sprint, water ski. All-time medal table 1951 Euro 2013, Yugoslavia competed in 1997 and 2001 as FR Yugoslavia. Serbia competed in 2005 as Serbia and Montenegro. Competitions: 33 sports were presented in the Mediterranean Games history. See also, Comita Copyright International des Germains Copyright d'Iterana Copyright Ines. References. External links: International Mediterranean Games Committee, Mediterranean Games Athletic Results at CBRA Athletics website, Dubrovnik, Mostar and Kotor joint application for 2021 Games, Croatian newspapers Slobodna Dalmacija, Dubrovnik, Mostar and Kotor joint application for 2021 Games, Bosnian Herzegovian newspapers, Mersin 17 Mediterranean Games.